It's time to get your mind right with the Mind on Greatness podcast crew. Welcome to the Mind on Greatness podcast show.
What it is, folks. We back at it again with another banger, you know what I'm saying? It's the Mile and Greatness podcast show. You know what I'm saying? We're here to talk NFL football this time around. We talking about NFL free agency. Was this one of the top five NFL free agencies ever? I feel like it is. But before we get to it, let me go ahead and introduce the panel. You know what I'm saying? You got my main man, Boss Dog K Post, taking a sip with a salute. You know what I'm saying? Then you got my boy right there, Papa Jeff, Big Sleepy. He said, "Well, how you doing, my boy? You good? You good? You good?"
Bro, I'm doing good. The sleep deprivation, I'm getting used to it. So it is what it is.
Yeah. But and then you got me, you know what I'm saying, Brody on the hustle. You know what I'm saying? I was born in the tussle, so I'm gonna get it and give it to you off the muscle. So straight like that, since I said that, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk some of this good football. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do the pros and the cons of some of the situations. We're gonna do a plus side, we're gonna do a minus side. Was it worth it? Was it not worth it? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about a few, not all, but we're gonna get to some of the big ones. And the first one we're gonna start off with, we're gonna do a little small talk. We're gonna talk about, Kirk Cousins going over to Atlanta. Me, in my opinion, I don't see it working. I don't see them really taking the next step. I see them getting a little better with Kirk Cousins, but I don't see this being the thing of the future where we're looking at the Falcons become consistent and consistently in the playoffs and making some noise. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe did enough to kind of shake up the division a little bit, but I still don't think it's enough for them to go into the playoffs and make big noise. That's my take on it. I'm not going to elaborate on it because, like I said, it's still early. They might make some more moves throughout the draft to get better. You never know. But Jeff, how you feeling about this right here? This one. It's in your division. You think the boys finna give you some a run for
Uh,
your money?
okay. So, so much to say, so much to say, so much to say. First and foremost, I don't know what the Atlanta Falcons is doing to the fact that they'll draft a dude that came off an ACL injury, but they can't draft a dude that got an MVP. So, or not draft a dude, or not trade for a dude that had an MVP. So, that's number one because they was one of the teams allegedly trying to go from Lamar Jackson, but then pulled out. So, Kirk Cousins, fresh off of ACL. I mean, he wasn't the most mobile quarterback ever, but I mean, I see what they're doing because if the Falcons, because one of the things we talk a lot in the group chat, one of the things we always talk about is like what, especially this new crop of quarterbacks, who should draft who from this new
Right.
batch of quarterbacks coming from college. I think it was either you or Mike that came up and said something about having Jaden Daniels sit behind a bridge quarterback with the
That, that was
Falcons.
that was me.
So this to me would be a good move only if they did something like that, like go get a Jaden Daniels or one of them top five quarterbacks coming out the draft today, and Kirk Cousins is only a bridge quarterback. But $100 million guaranteed. That sounds more bridge quarter. That does sounds more than just a bridge quarterback to me.
Right,
So
right.
I mean, and then when it comes to my division, I mean, the NFC South ain't what it used to be. So yeah, they might be the top of the division. I mean, if Baker surprises me, and trust me, as a Buccaneers fan, I have no hope in Baker. But if Baker
Oh man.
surprises me, I mean, we still got a pretty decent team. I mean, we lost a couple people in free agency. We still got a pretty decent team. I mean, let's see. But yeah, I would say right now the Falcons are the number one team in the NFC South.
Okay. Capo, what's your take on this Kirk Cousins move to Atlanta Falcons?
Um, I think, man, truthfully, I don't know who Kirk Cousins' agent is, but that boy, man, I don't,
What?
man, that boy be getting that boy paid. But to get back on topic, I mean, it could be a positive if they get, like Jeff pointed out, like you pointed out, if they draft a backup quarterback, somebody that at the draft, somebody that can take over the reins when Kirk Cousins is, kind of dwindling down. You get what I mean? But if Kirk Cousins is gonna be the guy, I don't know. He's coming off an Achilles injury, so you don't even know if he's gonna be the same. If you able to push off that back leg because it's right Achilles, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So he's
Right.
gonna have to try to push off of that. I don't know if he's gonna be able to do that. You get what I mean? And I know he's a pocket quarterback, but you still got to use them feet and maneuver around. These D linemen nowadays running 4-4, 4-5, 4-6. He gonna have to.
Mhm.
This ain't the old school NFL where you can just stand back there and pat the ball. These dudes coming. So,
Right.
like I said before, if it's a positive if they're going to draft a quarterback who's going to be that bridge quarterback, who's going to take over, who can learn from Kirk Cousins, which I don't think he was signed there if they told him that, truthfully, because remember he went through that same situation in Washington. So if that's
RG3.
if that's not the case, it's a negative because it's the unknown. You're basically giving him 100 million and saying, "Hey, it is what it is," and you kind of put a band-aid over the problem. If that makes sense to y'all, they
Right.
need if he's not gonna live up to expectations, why give him 100 million? So that's my take on it. What you got, B?
All right, for sure. Like I said in the beginning, I think this is not a pro or a con in this situation. I think it kind of leaves them right where they just left off at with Desmond Ritter. They really didn't solve anything with this move. I don't see it really helping them too much. Yeah, they might get 2 games better, but I still don't see them taking over this division. I still see this division as a toss up, between all the teams. But at the same time, it's Kirk Cousins. You know what I'm saying? They went out there and tried to make a move, do something better. And I agree with both of y'all. They got to get somebody to sit behind them to solidify, the bridge. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't go get a Kirk Cousins and don't have a plan behind it coming off this type of injury. So that's my take on it. I really don't see it doing too much
I mean,
for him.
I see where you're coming from, Brody, but like if Kirk Cousins somehow comes back 80%, I don't know what they got offensively. Defensively, they got a long way to go.
Right, right,
Offensively,
right.
I might put them top 5 offenses in the NFC offensively.
Okay. I'm not gonna argue with that because
Drake
they do got
London, Kyle Pitts,
Bijan
Bijan
I just
Robinson.
Robinson.
They
I
they, they
just
got the
think
weapons.
They just got
I just
Rondell.
Yeah.
and they got other dude. What's the other receiver? Mooney. But I
Mooney. Yeah.
think I think they're gonna have splash plays. And I think what they trying to do is just get fans excited because they got names, right? They got a
Hmm.
name. They got Kirk Cousins. He's a name, right? So I think, and even if he's not even 100%, he's 70%. He gonna be able to make some splash plays. He gonna be able to hit Bijan in the flat. Bijan take that mug 80. Drake London, he can be able to throw a deep ball to Drake London. Kyle Pitts, they're gonna be able to have those plays where you like, whoa, did you see that? It's gonna be Sports Center worthy plays.
Hmm.
But does that come to wins, right? Because you can have, hey, Bijan Robinson can hit an Allen Iverson crossover and go 80, and you still lose 45 to 14. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So does these splash plays that they're looking for, does that go to wins? And I don't know. I'm uncertain at this point.
My only theory would be is that they're trying to get the offense going for the next quarterback. That's my only thing. Because all 3 dudes that we named outside of Kirk Cousins, they're young. Bijan was 2nd year.
Yeah,
Kyle Pitts 2nd year.
third,
Uh,
Third.
Drake
third year,
Drake London 2nd, 3rd year.
third
Oh,
year.
all of them about 3rd year. So like all of them are 3rd year and less. I mean, if you get say a Jaden Daniels in there, and then you get him rolling, and then say a year or two. I mean, if you could somehow figure out this offense, I mean, I guess $100 million would be worth it if you could get all 3 of these superstars and then get that quarterback in there and then
True.
you have a good little offense going for at least the next 5 to 6 years.
Yeah.
It
True.
might be worth
True.
it.
I ain't gonna argue with that one. All right, let's keep it in the quarterback carousel right here. Now this is one of the biggest stories in the offseason to me because I like the move, but then I can't stand the move. We're gonna talk about Justin Fields right here with the Chicago Bears, leaving the Chicago Bears and moving over to the Pittsburgh Steelers,
Fresh off the press.
and we already know that the Pittsburgh Steelers decided to go with Russell Wilson. early in free agency. Now, the reason why I don't like this move is because you finally get some weapons over there and make it seem like, hey, we're gonna let him operate with these weapons, and then all of a sudden, boom, hey, we want him out of here. And it's only really two, three moves that you can make right here to justify what you got going. And that's either Caleb Williams, which I don't like. We'll talk about that later on. Don't like Caleb Williams as an NFL quarterback, or Drake May. That's my guy. I'm not. If they go with Drake May, they might be all right. But let's talk about Justin Fields. How y'all like this move right here, K4? I'm gonna let you take this one first. Justin Fields over to Pittsburgh Steelers, possibly behind Russell Wilson.
I, I I like it in the sense of it's a way for him to learn, right, and add to his game. People look at Russell Wilson and they don't remember this dude was very efficient with the ball. Even last year, he had 28 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Like they talk about, like he had a bad season. Like in old school NFL, he would have been an NFL MVP.
For
Hmm.
You know what
sure.
I'm saying? The NFL, I'm talking about 2010 and leading up, you know, he would have been NFL MVP conversation. So
Hmm.
I think that, he has a lot to offer Justin Fields and Justin Fields can learn. It's also an insurance policy for the Pittsburgh Steelers because let's say Russell Wilson don't work out. I got Justin Fields. Now, I don't like the fact that it kind of puts a certain amount of pressure on Russell Wilson and Justin Fields as far as to succeed. Y'all know how to sort of at least black quarterbacks get, right?
Right.
So it kind of puts them in this situation where, in a sense, where it's like, hey, you better perform. You know, we traded for you, and hey, we just signed you. They kicked you out of Denver, so you better perform. And it's like I don't like that. But the beautiful thing about it is they got Mike Tomlin, a players coach, a man who's gonna stand up to the media for his players. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a good move because of Mike Tomlin, right? I feel like it's an opportunity for Justin Fields to learn. And hey, if Russell Wilson, he's older, so hey, he may end up saying, "Hey, I want to retire in the next year or two." Well, then Pittsburgh Steelers, they have their quarterback of the future on the roster already. He didn't learn the offense, right? Because there's a lot of pressure on these young quarterbacks coming in. Remember old school NFL, you draft a quarterback, he sat and he learned. He learned. We don't want to mention his name, but look at 15 in Kansas City. He sat behind Alex Smith. He learned.
Mhm.
And then that's when he was able to when they gave him the keys, he doing what he doing. Right? I don't want to say what he doing, but he doing what he doing. You know what I'm
When
saying? So so I think it's a blessing in disguise for Justin Fields. It gives him time to learn from Russell Wilson, gives him time to kind of add to his arsenal in his game. He's already a good quarterback, athletic wise. He got to use this more. So that's my take on it.
All right, Jeff, what you got?
so the Pittsburgh Steelers basically, piggyback off what Capo said. Pittsburgh Steelers basically did what the exact same thing I'm saying that Atlanta needs to do. They just did it in one move. They got a nice veteran quarterback that they only have to pay $1 million this year because Denver's footing the rest of the bill. And you got a backup for what? I think it was a sixth or a seventh round
Yep.
that has very good, a lot of potential because Justin Fields is. People forget Justin Fields is not a running quarterback. That's not what he showed in Ohio State. He was not a
No.
running quarterback. He was throwing. He's a throwing quarterback. He
Right.
rarely ran in college. The only reason he started running with the Chicago Bears because their O line was trash, and old boy didn't want to get his head chopped off, so he
That
had to
was a
run
fact.
for his life. So yeah, I feel like Mike Tomlin is probably the best place for him to go because in Chicago, you know what the situation was. He got drafted one year, there was a regime change, and that regime did not want him. And
Uh-huh.
unfortunately, that's what happened to a lot of quarterbacks, and that's why a lot of them get washed out of the system sometimes because it's politics, unfortunately. It's a lot of politics in that stuff. So I feel like this is a good move because you, like Capo was saying, you put a veteran in front of him, a Super Bowl champ, almost could have been a second Super Bowl champ if egos didn't get involved.
Yep.
Um, And you know, as much as what we say about Russell, I mean, he's a 10-time Pro Bowler. He's a pro's pro. I mean, he still comes to work, and he still, you know, still did what he did even when the Seattle Seahawks kind of imploded and everything was on his back, you know, for the next year's going. So you bring in a veteran that you could have there for the next year. I mean, maybe give him another 1-year deal. Have Justin sit behind him. Even though they aren't the same archetype, they kind of can have the same play style. And, you know,
Right.
Justin could make his own style out of whatever Russ teaches him. But basically, you know, they kind of have Justin could learn a lot from Russ about that certain type of play style that Russ plays with. Because Russ is not, you know, even though, you know, Russ got legs, you know, but he doesn't, you know, do it like, say, a Lamar or a Josh Allen.
Right.
Like he's
He
more
does
of
it as
a last option, and he uses the mobility more to extend plays, kind of like a Pat Mahomes. So I feel like this is a great move. Also, on top of that, you got a young running back, like how we were saying about Atlanta. You got a young running back in Najee, who, you know, I don't know why it took a season and a half to get rid of that trash OC, but you know, hopefully this new OC can unleash these boys. And you got a young George Pickens, you know, started to show his head a little diva. I mean, that's a conversation for another day. How Steelers always find talented but diva wide receivers. Conversation for another day. But yeah, I feel like this is a great move for both parties. Russ can end his career with a respected organization and a respected coach. Justin can learn for the next 1 or 2 years, and you can build a nice young core on both offense and defense. Don't forget their defense is stacked and still loaded and ready to go. So yeah, I think it's a great move.
And speaking of defense, if I may, Patrick Queen. Again, they go get another top-notch linebacker, Patrick Queen. But again, that's another conversation for another day. Like you just mentioned, their defense is still intact. It ain't going nowhere. It just got that much better.
It just got better.
Still got
now
the
you got
boy
3
over
levels. You got Watt, Queen, and you got
Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick, yeah.
Yep. They only got better. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to this Justin Fields. I like it, but then I don't. Mainly because he gets a chance to learn. But then again, it's like he never really had a chance. He never really had somebody who believed in him. Talking about Justin Fields, they never gave him a fair opportunity. I don't think even when they drafted him, but at the same time, it was like, this wasn't the guy we really wanted. This was the guy that kind of just was there available. That's who we thought was the best. It wasn't the guy we actually wanted. That's how I feel like they felt about the situation. That's why it kind of just transcended into what it is now. People saying, "Oh, he's trash." He's not trash at all. Justin Fields is not trash at all. He did what he had to do. If y'all ever seen the movie Longest Yard, when Adam Sandler O-line stopped blocking, he literally had to go get a first down himself to make his team believe in him. And that's what Justin Fields had to do every game, damn near every play.
Yep.
So with that being said, he's not trash. He's going to be when he gets his chance in the right spot with the right opportunity with the right team, he's gonna flourish and he's gonna become one of those top quarterbacks. Elite, I'm not sure, but top, yes, he'll be at the top for sure. But that's enough about Justin Fields. Let's go ahead and accelerate some of the time we got. Well, let's talk about these running backs. You know what I'm saying? First running back we're going to talk about Saquon Barkley to the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know how I feel about this. I got to see this plan in motion because I feel like the Eagles just ran and got a big name because I don't feel like DeAndre Swift did too bad for them. They kind of just stopped giving him the ball, you know, in the middle of the season and toward the end of the season last season. I thought he was hurt, but he was still on the roster. He was good. They just stopped giving him the ball. But Jeff, how you feel about this? Saquon Barkley, you know, to the Philadelphia Eagles. What's your take on this?
A waste of money. Exactly what you just said. DeAndre Swift did a good, if not great, but very great job for them last year. And you basically spent extra money on a more fragile, maybe more talented version of DeAndre Swift, but a more fragile version of Deontay Smith. And let's not get it twisted. Swift ain't that less talented than Saquon Barkley. Let's Keep that. So yeah, waste of money. Would have never done that. I would have just kept the Swift slash Gainwell backfield. I don't know why you go spend that much money on a quarter on a running back that has what played 2 full seasons, maybe
Maybe.
I don't know. So yeah, waste of money. I would have spent that, which they're doing right now, which I applaud. Look, Eagles have a top three free agency this year because they are doing what they're supposed to do. Your offense is fine. You got to shore up your O line a little bit, and you got to especially fix your defense, and that's what they did. They righted their wrong. They went to go get Gardner Johnson back. They
But who
righted
they should
that
have never
wrong.
let go.
They got that D lineman. I think his name is like Hess or something like that from the Jets. And then they
Oh
also got
yeah.
the linebacker. I'm forgetting what his name is, but yeah, they're doing what they're supposed to do. What they were supposed to do. So outside of that, yeah, I feel like that money could have used a bit better on getting more defensive power because your offense is fine. DeAndre Swift was fine. Like, but I mean, like I said, I'm not the one. Maybe they needed a name. I mean, or maybe with a good old line, Saquon won't get hurt as much. Maybe that's what they're thinking. Like Saquon had to do basically Barry Sanders type things in with the Giants, but not as
If the
good as Barry
Giants get there.
Sanders. Because that's
Right,
the same
right.
reason Barry Sanders quit. Because Barry Sanders was like,
Have to do it
can't
all.
do this no more, man. I can't put a team on my back no more.
That's right.
So, so yeah. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see if that does pan out like that, to where we see Saquon flourish because he actually has an O line to run behind, and offensive weapons to keep the pressure off him. Then I'll eat my words, but I think they were perfectly fine. I think you just needed to get a new OC, which they did with Kellen Moore, and yeah, I mean defense. They got Vic. I think it's Vic Fangio. I think they got. I mean,
Yeah.
I know y'all said that. I mean, look, he made the Dolphins a top 10. I don't even think they got an All Pro on that defense. Wait, no, they did have Xavier Howard
Yeah,
recently.
they had two, but yeah,
Yeah.
both the edges got hurt, and they only had Christian Wilkins to run with.
So
So
yeah, with all those injuries, the Dolphins were still a top 10 defense. So I got hope in Big Fangio. So yeah, all in all, waste of money.
Mm.
what you got right here, Capo?
Um, my initial thought was like Jeff's, but then when I analyzed it, I feel like it could be good for Philadelphia. Um, you mentioned Saquon in New York had to do everything. He's stepping into a situation to where all he got to do is just basically go
Be
straight,
a cog.
hit, get north. That's it, and stay healthy. That's it. And I feel like he's in a situation because he don't have to do everything. He may not get injured. You know what I mean? He may not. I mean, think about it. You on a team, the offensive line ain't blocking. I got to get the ball, and it's a D lineman already in the backfield, right? I got to juke him, then juke somebody else, and juke somebody else. This dude tackled me. I fall. It's just a lot of movement. You know what I'm saying? Whereas here, you got the threat of Jalen Hurts' legs, and then you got the threat Jalen Hurts throwing the ball, right? So defenses are gonna have to stay honest, all right? They're gonna have to pick and choose what they're gonna have to take out.
Right.
So I feel like, but I do agree it wasn't DeAndre Swift's fault. You know what I mean? I told y'all it was the offensive coordinator, with Johnson. He was the quarterback for
Hmm.
offensive coordinator for U of H. He was the offensive coordinator for Florida. That that he don't know what he's doing. Right? That's just what it is. So he's stepping into a situation, and you're just promoting him to be the offensive coordinator. And it showed last year that offense was lackluster. The play calling was horrible. You get what I
Mhm.
mean? So now you got Kellen Moore, who is under a lot of pressure because you got all these names now. So we'll see. You know what I mean? It may not be Saquon Barkley's fault. It may be Kellen Moore's fault. You know what I'm saying? So, but overall, I like the move. I like the move if Saquon is able to just do his job, which is hit north to south. That's my take.
Yeah. For me, I just got to see the plan set forth in motion because I felt like Capo said, the biggest issue was the offensive coordinator. And now they go get the coordinator that I respect. I've been watching Kellen Moore since he was at Boise State. I respect him as a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I respect him as an offensive coordinator because he did well when he was in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? They just poorly executed at times. Even when he gave him the right plan to execute, they just poorly executed at times. So Kellen Moore, in my opinion, is a respectable offensive coordinator. And like I said, I've been watching him since he was at Boise State, and he never stirred me wrong with any decision he made. So I think the biggest fix right here doesn't lean on Saquon. I think it goes to Kellen Moore getting the offensive coordinator. So at the same time, I think it'll be an all right move if they can get him into the fold quickly and keep him going and keep him focused and give him the ball when need be and not all the time. Excuse me. My eyes is kicking my ass. They're piling out here everywhere. But if they can get him the ball when need be and not just forcefully like he had to do with the New York Giants and save his legs, save the injuries, not save the injuries, prevent the injuries, I feel like this would be an all right move. But at the same time, I think Kellen Moore was the better move right here. Saquon Barkley, like Jeff said, could waste the money. They could have kept DeAndre Swift right here. All right, next running back, we're going to talk about Derrick Henry going over to party with Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. K-Po, you went first on this one. Let the people know what you got.
K-Po, what do you always say? Run the ball.
Bro, I love this move. This is great for Lamar Jackson.
Well, let me tell you something.
The Ravens, they lost their D coordinator. They lost Patrick Queen.
Oh boy, they lost a lot. They lost Geno Smith.
They lost a lot on that defensive side of the ball. So Derrick Henry comes in, they're able to play complimentary football. I mean, how you gonna stop that? Like,
how do you game plan?
Hey, we run an option every game.
But how do you stop that? You got to worry about Lamar Jackson. He's elusive behind. Then you got Derrick Henry. If he get go now, let me tell you something. The Texans released the blueprint of how to stop him, right? But who you gonna play? Because Lamar can do that RPO. If you crash on Derrick Henry, he pulling it and he gone. Soon as that Florida feet hit that ground, that's a wrap. He already in the secondary. So I love that for Lamar Jackson. You know what I mean? This is what they needed. Because when it comes to playoff football, last year, that game that they threw, I'm going to say it. I don't care. They threw that championship game against that team in Kansas City. We ain't even going to say their name. That Kansas City team, right? If they would have had a Derrick Henry to run the ball, they could have kept Pat Mahomes off the field, controlled the clock, keep him out of rhythm. And I think that's what Derrick Henry brings to the fold, stability, right? They lost their defensive coordinator. You bring Derrick Henry in, stability, complementary football. They can have long drives if the offensive coordinator calls the game correctly. So I like it. I love it. That's my take on it.
Jeff, how you feeling?
All right. So I love the move, right? But I would be lying if I said I would have wanted them to get a more elusive running back, a more of a C-Mac prototype type running back, because that would have been psychotic. You wouldn't be able to stop their offense with the damn.
So,
if they would have got what's up?
Saquon and Lamar.
Nah, y'all know I said that. Y'all know.
Look, when Brody brought that up, I said that would be psychotic. Could you imagine an RPO and then Saquon go out there for a pass, and then you gotta decide whether to stop Saquon in the flat or stop Lamar in the backfield, and if you hesitate for a second, they both gone.
The offensive coordinator can just turn around and do this. Just turn completely around. Run the play. I don't care which one.
Like,
oh my God.
Lamar with a C-Mac type running back would. Oh my God. Like I would not envy defensive coordinators around the league, but I still don't envy him now because boy have mercy. Look, this is the plan, and they need to keep it simple as this. Derrick, go bust him up for a little bit, because hey, that's what Derrick do. He make you get tired of tackling him.
Right.
He make you get tired of tackling him. And then once he softened them up, you got Lamar out there. Once now you're gonna have the defense that they all tired from trying to tackle Derek, and then Lamar start running out there. They're just like, just ain't got no more stamina no more because they've been beat up all day by Derrick Henry. Look, it's a great move because Derrick Henry does not get hurt. Derrick Henry has been a model of production ever since he became the starter over there at Tennessee. Because just like what you guys say, because you both are former running backs, if you got to be the one bringing the pain, and you won't get hurt. And Derrick Henry continues to bring the pain. Look, I see a lot of the play actions. Jesus, Lord. Like you will not be with this team. You will not be able to have two high safeties. No. Like if you come into the game and anything on your defensive plan says anything with two safeties back there, you're gonna lose. Because Lamar either gonna juke you to death or Derek is just gonna chugga. Because that's what he's a locomotive. Chugga. By the time he gets into the secondary, you just see tackles they slipping off. Chugga. So look. Unfortunately, with the Ravens, their defense is getting. Lord Jesus God, it's like someone came in there and robbed them blind at night with ski masks. Went in there and robbed them of all their defensive talent. If they're somehow able to recover that because that was Lamar's best defense last year.
Facts.
So, I don't know what they're doing. They're releasing everybody. Hopefully they fix that side. But with this side of the football, I mean, same thing I said last year that they need to do. You need to just go Patriots. 2 tight end sets. We running the ball, and we're gonna create mismatches on the outside for Zay Flowers. To get the ball in. That's all we doing. We running. We going old school. We gonna just have one wide receiver out there. Like y'all need to go.
Or they could do a pistol set with one wide receiver. Have a fullback and a tight end in the back.
Well, Ricard. Boy, did you see that Derrick Henry and Ricard combined are 500 pounds? Boy, let me tell you something. Because they're both 6'3" and they're both about 250.
Wow.
I want to know who about to stop that.
Yeah, who?
Because you're going to get hit by a Mack truck, and then the locomotive going to come right behind the Mack truck. Bro, that's crazy. You're going to have a backfield with number 6'3" dudes, because Lamar's 6'3" too. That's going to be a big-ass backfield.
Too damn
Jesus. But yeah, as long as the Ravens just keep it simple, I see this pairing to be very great for the Ravens offense going forward. But keep it simple. Y'all are a running football team, and you guys made that more pertinent this year by getting Derrick Henry. Run the ball, 2 tight end sets. Zay Flowers out there. We don't need to unless
you say unless
these motherfuckers is able to land a T. Higgins, a Mike Williams. There's still some good wide receivers out there, okay?
Yeah. I'm
now,
with that one.
If they're able to land a T. Higgins, I'm going to give y'all a different conversation in a couple weeks.
Right.
Because T with Zay, and you got Likely, and bro, let me tell you something. I don't know who's going to stop that.
I know one team that can. I know one team that can, but we ain't gonna talk about them right now. We'll talk about.
Oh Lord, he's about to talk. Hey, look, I'm about to give y'all your flowers soon. Whenever we get there, go ahead, bro. I'm gonna give y'all flowers. I'm gonna give the Texans their flowers today.
So Derrick Henry to the Baltimore Ravens. Jeff, you mentioned it. For me, I like the consistency and the durability. That was the most obvious thing to me because they've been trying to get J.K. Dobbins up and running for Lamar Jackson for the longest. And he just could do it. And then it was Justice Hill. And then it was Gus Edwards. And then it was other guys. It's like they just not working. You know what I'm saying? Last year, they were splashes. They showed, what they could do. But they all know Gus Edwards, he's only really going to work for the Ravens 20 yards in there. You know what I'm saying? Justice Hill, he's going to break a long run. And then after that, he's not going to really get into the end zone. Then they had the guy Keaton Mitchell come in this year. He finally gave him a flash in the pot type of player. You know what I'm saying? Boom, give him the ball. He could take it from 60 all the way to the end zone. but then he got hurt, so we don't know the true story behind him yet. So getting Derrick Henry right here was a big plus. I like this move. I think the coupling is great, and good luck for anybody game planning for him. Good luck to y'all. Uh, Last running back we're gonna talk about, Josh Jacobs to
Mm.
the squad to the game. Y'all know. I was rocking with Jordan Love in his receiving core last season. Now they not oh man. Now they gonna get
Hey,
Josh Jacobs.
hey, I'm gonna jump out and say Green Bay Packers #1 team in the NFC next year. I'm sorry.
I have nothing else to say. K4, what you got on that? I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna stick with that.
First of all, I'm hurt because I wanted the Texans to get Josh Jacobs. Right? Not gonna lie to you. That was the back I wanted them to get. He's durable. Matter of fact, when you mention running back, he's the guy. When you describing a running back, he's the guy you describing. Josh Jacobs, durability, can catch out the backfield, can run you over, balance, everything.
Everything.
He got everything. So this is a win for the Green Bay Packers. Messed up for Aaron Jones, but this is a win for the Green Bay Packers because now Jordan Love, who bursted on the scene in the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? Brody been watching him all season, but he really burst on the scene in the playoffs. Just the throws he was making. It was beautiful, especially that Cowboys game. Boy, it was quiet at work, boy. It was quiet at work.
Boy,
bro, they was like,
All
what's
the guys
happening?
was
I was clapping, celebrating, laughing. It was a beautiful sight. But now you give him somebody, because not everybody got tape on Jordan Love, right? They got tape on him. So now him going into his second year starting, fully starting, you bring Josh Jacobs, who could take some of that load off of him, right? Along with those receivers that they have. That Green Bay offense, Michael LaFleur, I'm gonna say it. I agree with Jeff. They gonna be the #1 offense, not only in the NFC, probably in the NFL. I'm just gonna be real because of the throws that Jordan Love can make.
Hey,
Jordan Love can make so many throws, bro, and they don't have big name wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? They just
dogs, though.
They just got dogs. Then you add Josh Jacobs to that?
Now how you go from 5 to 6 dogs? Too much dogs.
Bro, I'm telling you, they better watch out because the Packers could sneak up and end up in that Super Bowl.
I mean, they really about to win the NFC North.
And I'm not gonna lie, I like their chances. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't see what team gonna beat them. I don't look. Hey, let me tell you something. They're gonna get back in blood with 49ers. They were supposed to win that game.
49ers done.
Yeah,
49ers window is gone. I'm telling you.
Deebo Samuel's finally got the number of routes on his jersey now that he can run.
Hopefully he's working on it.
I'm gonna be #1. Yeah, the only route you can run. Oh God, he finally let me know.
You go ahead.
But yeah, just like me ranting and raving, and y'all already know, bro. Pause. You typically don't fall for men. Pause. But when I saw him do to the Dallas Cowboys, it warmed my heart. It warmed my heart so. Bro. Oh, I don't think the last time my heart was warm like that when my son came out. The first time before that was seeing what Jordan Love did to the Cowboys in their own stadium. Oh, he warmed my heart so that like we said in past videos when we was going critiquing Jordan Love in the Packers through the playoff, young team. Yep. Young team, especially offensively, and all 5 of them. Whew, they so young, Jesus. They so young, but don't know, Lord. They ignorant, Lord. They
can keep
ignorant,
that team
Lord.
together, brother.
Good God, they so ignorant that they good. They just good. That's how ignorant they is, boy. Woo! That's how ignorant they is. Ooh,
You crazy.
hey, like I said when we started this segment, I already say number one team in the NFC. I don't see any NFC team that got their number. I think they could beat the Eagles. They could beat the 49ers. They could, and handily too. I'm going to say with my chest out, handily. They could beat
Yeah.
them. If Jordan Love, and this is predicated on if Jordan Love takes that next step to be like, I'm that dude. Because I'm sure last year he found out he that dude.
He that dude. Yes, sir. He definitely did.
I need whoever is the GM for the Green Bay Packers or the mover and shaking the Green Bay Packers to come pick my stocks for me because they seem to keep picking good. I don't know how they do it. So far, it's looking like 3 in a row with quarterbacks.
And you
So
see,
far.
they patient. They let him sit for
Mhm.
how long? Like
Oh yeah,
3-4
pay
years.
Aaron all that money.
Let him sit, and then said, "Okay, now's the time."
Yeah,
So they need to pay attention. A lot of these teams need to start paying attention to the Packers because
3 times in a
you
row, bro.
gotta let the bro. How you go from Brett Favre, right?
To
You go
Aaron
Brett
Rodgers.
Favre, Aaron Rodgers, right? And not Jordan Love. That's 3 quarterbacks.
Like
How many quarterbacks?
name me another team that has more even like a lot. Okay, what a lot of teams have maybe one superstar quarterback that's in that top upper tier, but name me a team that got 2 plus
There is no
quarterbacks.
other. There is no other team.
I mean, maybe the 49ers with Joe and Steve, maybe.
Maybe.
Like
But other than that,
that is
no other
ridiculous.
team.
But yeah, just to wrap it up, yeah, the Green Bay Packers, boy, they the team to watch next year, NFC wise, because the NFC is still weak a little bit. I mean, so yeah, they're the team to watch, and watch out what they doing on defense, because they got old boy McKinney.
Oh yeah.
And if they resign Jair. And
Yeah.
look, all they really need now at this point is because they need an offensive lineman to replace Bakhtiari they just released, and they need a pass
Yep.
rusher. They
That's it.
they gonna handle that. They gonna handle that.
For sure they
So,
are.
boy, them teams in the NFC, Eagles, 49ers. Boy, y'all better look behind y'all. Look, the boogeyman coming, and he from the north.
All right, for sure. I'm gonna put my quick spin on it. What got me about this move, adding Josh Jacobs, was it came out of left field.
It did.
Mm.
I didn't see that coming.
Nobody. I'm thinking the Ravens. I'm thinking the Eagles. I'm thinking the Chargers. I'm thinking the Cowboys. I'm thinking everybody, but I'm thinking the Raiders. I'm thinking he might stay in Las Vegas. I'm thinking everything but Green Bay, and they quietly come to steal him out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, just up on the scene. We got him. I'm looking like, what? Who said the Packers? They ain't got no. Let me see. Before I know, 3, 4 notifications coming through my phone. Packers,
Mm.
Packers, Packers. Josh Jacobs. I'm like, oh, it's real. It is what it is. But with that, number one offense on paper and in NFC. They the team to beat right now, and that's barring Jordan Love has a setback. That's barring that. If he like Jeff said, if he figures out he the man, he the dude, he the guy, he up. Oh man, tough luck.
I,
I'm sorry.
I think he kind of figured that out when he did that to the Cowboys. Did you see
Yeah,
the
when he
throws
did
that
that to the
nigga was
Cowboys
making?
and almost did that to the 49ers.
He was he threw a ball
He's feeling himself.
around a boy.
Bro,
He threw it.
remember the rainbow pass he threw when his feet weren't even on the ground? That boy threw a jump pass. Boy,
Bro,
let me tell you, to a touchdown. But
bro.
That's tough. That's tough. All right. So as you can see, we can't wait till next season. We can't wait. And we ain't even got to the NFL draft yet. This is just free agency. But K Paul, I'm gonna let you take over right here because we're gonna get the last few minutes we got of the podcast, we gonna devote this time to the Houston Texans. And I'm gonna let K-Po lead this section right here. Go ahead, K-Po, do your thing. Let's take over, baby.
Boy,
God
boy,
damn.
boy. Let me tell you something. The first day, I was concerned. I'm not gonna lie to you. You let Saquon go. You couldn't give him that extra million. Josh Jacobs, y'all didn't even try. Swift, huh? Then they say, we got you. We gonna get that boy Joe Mixon. I said, oh my God. That is perfect. That is perfect. Like that was
Hey,
perfect.
y'all love a nigga that's about his domestic violence, right?
Hey,
Hey,
he gonna get the job done.
he gonna get the job done. That
He
man,
gonna get the job done.
when they went and got Buddy, I said, oh yeah.
He
Then
deserved to slap that bitch, but that's another
then
topic.
they get hey, you out.
Oh man.
Then they gave him an extension. I said, oh, they serious. I said, they serious. You talking about Joe Mixon, a running back who's a 4-down running back, right? Who can block, runs hard, finish runs behind his pads, and he delivers the blow. He don't receive it, pause. He delivers it. You get what I mean? So he's perfect for this offense, Bobby Sloan's offense. CJ Stroud, his second year, right? Maybe Joe Mixon could take some of that heat off, right? And, kind of let CJ get in his groove a little bit. Because, in that second year, that's that sophomore slump, right? But CJ already done defied all the odds. Because, the second pick in the draft, in history, they don't really succeed in the NFL. So
Right.
he's already got over that hump, right? But Joe Mixon offers a sense of stability, right? Then these niggas have the audacity to go get Nico Autry, Aziz
Mhm.
Al-Shaair,
Mhm.
Jeff Okuda, Mike, what's that corner? Mike something. I know he's a good corner.
Yeah, y'all niggas took our corner. I'm so mad about that shit.
Then, bro, did I mention Daniel Hunt already?
Nope.
That-
I thought you were gonna make a grand
Bro.
thing about it.
Then they signed Daniel Hunter to be on the other side of Will Anderson. I said, oh my Lord. These niggas trying to step their game up. That defense gonna be nasty. Think about that defense how it was last year with all the no names besides Will Anderson on that defensive line. Now you got some dogs on the defensive line, and they brought back Khalil Davis. They got Hannish back there. They probably gonna go draft when they traded out of the first round. So I don't know if Murphy gonna fall to the second round. That D-tack out of Texas, but
Yeah, that's a
if he's
question I
in
wanted to
the
ask y'all about that little trade swap they did with the Falcons. What y'all think about that? I was
If I may, knowing who D'Amico Ryans is, he doesn't do stuff without
without a game plan.
answering without a game plan and without having the question answered already. So
Yep.
I feel like he moved out of the first round because he already answered a needed position within the free agency right here. So I feel like he probably feels like there's no need to sit and wait that long to the end of the first round. Why not? Let's go ahead and start game planning around what we can do in the second round. Let's let all that stuff, whoever got to deal with the first round, let them deal with that. Let them be that headache. We're gonna go ahead and sit back, relax, and play chess while everybody play checkers. And when everybody start moving to play chess, we're gonna go back and play chess. That's how I feel like D'Amico Ryan moves. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on that.
all right. Yeah,
I mean,
because
he
I was
answered it.
wondering if y'all traded when that's all that they traded out of the first round. And for the Falcons, what y'all gonna get at 23 that y'all need?
Maybe a quarterback. Maybe a
Jaden
quarterback.
Daniels not unless they package that thing together, both their first round picks.
He might. You never know. He might fall.
Because
'Cause,
Jaden
I
Daniels
mean-
gonna be gone by that.
I would expect him to be.
He gonna be gone by like
But
5.
you never know. You never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know what they're gonna do.
All right, keep
But
gloating, Keiko.
my bad, my
he don't
bad, my
like he don't like talking about the Texans.
bad. Overall, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. This roster that they got, and if they still trying to add people, right? I heard that I sent Brody this. DeAndre trying to look for a way to come back. So if he's able to come back, yep. If he's still live in Houston. If he's able to come back, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. They gonna beat them boys up there in Missouri. I'm not even gonna hold you. With D'Amico Ryans as the head coach, he gonna have that defense firing. No safety on the Glock. Just everybody going. That D line gonna get in that backfield. They gonna knock the S curl out that boy hair. His eyes gonna turn from green to black. That boy gonna be dark skinned by the end of the game. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
That boy got an ass curl.
He said, "There's
So all I'm saying is the way this roster is currently constructed right now, they knocking on that door. They still got to go out and play, but that defense, which everybody keep talking about the defense, they didn't even mention the Joe Mixon. And y'all gonna see how this offense is gonna be a high-powered offense. Y'all gonna see that. But that defense, trust me, it's finna be nasty. I'm done. Because I can talk about this for 45 minutes, yo.
Now, I know.
Go ahead, Jay.
I know you can. I know you can. Look. I'm gonna give y'all stank ass flowers, okay? I'm gonna give y'all stank ass flowers. Look, Texas so far, y'all had. I mean, going down the list, I've seen y'all might have a top 4-ish free agency this year.
I'll say
I say top 10, maybe 2.
I say top 2, and they not 2. But keep going. I'm sorry.
I don't know because low key, who I was thinking. Low key, I was, even though their quarterback future is up in the air, I was like, man, the Bears made some kind of slick moves on the low.
Yeah, they did. They did. No doubt. No doubt.
Slick moves. Like they got Swift in the backfield now. They got Keenan Allen to pair with DJ Moore. You still got Komet.
They got names.
Yeah.
We know the Texans gonna perform. We know that.
Yo,
I don't know
the
if they gonna
Chargers.
perform.
I did not know the Chargers was that much over the cap. They had to get rid of a lot of people. God dang.
Yeah.
That's because Greg Roman said he don't want no real receivers. He said, I need some dudes who can't run routes.
He said, hey, bro, people had me dying on the internet. They was like, Greg Roman saw two all pro receivers and said, get them the fuck out of here.
They should go trade for Deebo Samuel.
Get another running back?
Yeah.
They gonna need to run the running back? I think they need. Hey, and they was clowning on whoever gonna be the new number one. They're like, dang, bro. Imagine you wake up to that news. You like, both of them going out? That's like tough. You was like, maybe I was gonna be the number 2. You want me to be the big dog? Oh no.
That's crazy. Who would it be guiding?
Some weird ass name I saw that I never heard of. I gotta look it up. But yeah.
My God, that's tough.
But yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll give it to y'all. Y'all had a top 3 free agency this year. Y'all did good. Y'all still need a big receiver. That's just me. Y'all still need a big receiver. And Dalton Schultz is cool. But yeah, I think y'all need a bigger receiver. I understand y'all trying to do the small receiver thing, but y'all need to go get a dude that go up and go get it. And there is one that's about to be released on July. Y'all probably go get him for like $1 million. Old boy Mike Thomas. I'm just saying, y'all just need a possession receiver. That's all y'all need.
Yeah, I don't know if I care for him though.
Because I don't think y'all gonna pay. Y'all not gonna pay for T. Higgins, and y'all not gonna pay for Mike Williams.
Nah.
I think we spent all our money when we extended Mixon.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. So y'all
So
broke.
our last true option is through the draft. But even if we don't, I'm good with the ones we got.
Okay. But yeah, all in
Tank.
all, y'all did all right. Now, now,
Mhm.
now, CJ better not just come and turn into a fraud next year. I'm rooting for
Oh
him
no, nah.
nah,
I don't see him fold.
because
Like
he still got it.
I'm a tough critic on the
Because
quarterback. So I don't
he
see.
still got to stop Trevor Lawrence. Because Trevor Lawrence still run that division.
Trevor Lawrence, sorry.
I'm
Stop
not even
playing,
worried
bro.
about him. It's the other guy I'm worried about coming back, Anthony Richardson. I'm more worried about
Yeah,
him than Trevor Lawrence.
yeah. Trevor
Hey,
Lawrence is
hey,
trash.
what?
He trash,
You
bro.
don't come back 27-0 and call a boy trash. You don't do that.
Bro, how many interceptions he threw that game?
Did it matter? Who won?
How many? That
Who
ball
won?
was that ball was
Who
Winfrey.
won? Who won? Yeah,
The
and
other
guess
team.
what? Hey, he was handing out interceptions. Then what he do at the end of the game? You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown.
What I say it like this. Answer this question. I know we ain't got that much time left. Was it more he won the game, or was it because they got comfortable and let him come back in the game?
Hey, look, you gotta wake up at some point. You can't just let a motherfucker come score 30 something unanswered and wake up. You gotta wake up some point along that line. So I can't say
That
all
boy,
that.
he been in the league how long? 4 years, 5 years. He going on his 5th year, right?
Mhm.
What has he done to say that Trevor Lawrence is a top tier? They already look at CJ Stroud as a top tier quarterback after his rookie year. They
Mhm.
have never said that about Trevor Lawrence. So
Hey, would it be wild for me to
Prince
say
Charming,
Jordan Love better?
what's his name, Sunshine from Remember the
Sunshine.
Titans, is
Yeah.
trash.
Hey, would it be wild for me to say Jordan Love better?
Better than who?
CJ.
That's a what situation. We got to go with
Yeah,
consistency. Next year gonna tell it all. Consistency gonna separate them.
Hey,
yeah.
let me tell y'all something. If CJ Stroud is trash next year with D'Amico Ryan as coach, I'm coming after all of y'all.
I don't see it happening though.
It better not happen.
I'll be ready. I'll be watching and I'll be
He
ready.
gonna
But I'm
have to
gonna
be
have my helmet
praying to the Lord to get his ass back from the
Uh,
XFL, boy.
now Bobby Slowick know how to put CJ Stroud in position to succeed.
All right,
That's
look,
and that's the difference. We don't
look.
have a quarterback. We have a coordinator like y'all, where y'all just be freestyling, letting Baker throw interceptions to the middle linebacker in an NFC Championship game to go. Was that the NFC? That was a division round. My bad. That yeah, we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole
at
nother
least,
topic.
at least we didn't get
I'm
blown
sorry.
out. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic. Huh? You said something?
All right, all right. So there you have it, folks. We talked about some of the top free agency moves. We got to chop it up about the Texas in depth a little bit. Just because you didn't hear your player or your team don't mean we're not going to drop another episode and mention some other moves that happened in free agency. But for the time being, that is our episode for today. You know what I'm saying? You got us for a whole hour. You know what I'm saying? We like doing what we do for you. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, stay tuned. Continue to comment, subscribe, like, share, hate, you know what I'm saying, word of mouth, whatever you want to do when you want to cross our podcast, you know what I'm saying? That's Papa Jeff right there. That's Boss Dog Capo right there. And I'm
One
Brody
more
on the
thing,
hustle, you know
because we got like
what you
another
got.
minute. Hey, yo, Aaron Donald is gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer, and he's the best interior defensive lineman in history. I leave it at that.
Hands
Hands
down. I'm
down.
not arguing that. Hands down. I'm not arguing that at all. You heard it
He got
first, right here on the
111 sacks as
podcast.
a DT. That shit's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody's gonna argue with that. If anybody wants to argue, please hit up Papa Jeff directly, or just comment on the podcast, and we can
Don't
argue
hit
about
me
that
up.
all day.
I ain't gonna answer no phone.
He he's first ballot. Aaron Donald's
Hey, I
first
don't
ballot.
answer phones
But
unless you got my contact name in your phone. I click everything else off. Unknown. You unknown to this. You
Poten-
unknown to a pickup.
he say potential spam, huh? Potential spam. You
Yeah.
feel me? All right, that's it from the Mind on Greatness podcast. Y'all be safe. Come back and visit us next time.
Deuce.